Alright guys, what's going on? It's GCP here, and honestly one of the few things that I will say as far as the positive goes for Modern Warfare is the fact that it is at its core a great game. Now, first of all, I know what you guys are gonna say. That's not what you've been saying all this time about Modern Warfare. I mean, honestly, this game has its fair share of problems, and it's not something that we're used to hearing from you, GCP. And that's true. I mean, honestly, there's not a whole lot that I could say that is a positive for Modern Warfare because, as you guys know, I get fairly frustrated with this game on the daily. I mean, there's a lot of things that are wrong with this game. But, you know, mechanically, it has all the parts there needed to be able to have a great playing. Like, you can have a great time playing this game if it got rid of that skill-based matchmaking. And I know I've spoken on this so many times before, but I came to a realization that as I have been playing this game here and there, of course this is not the only game that I play, because I would die out of boredom and sheer frustration, to be honest, if I only played Modern Warfare, or for that matter any Call of Duty game. If I just, you know, limited myself to Call of Duty, then I don't know if I could actually really appreciate gaming in its totality, because gaming is more than just first-person shooters. I mean, you could have a favorite genre of games that you play, certainly. There's nothing wrong with that. You could have first-person shooters be your favorite, and honestly, they are one of my favorites to play because I love the competition. I just love the fast twitch shooters. I just love that type of environment and that type of gaming. But I have other games that I do play out there. But again, going back to the point of Modern Warfare actually at its core having all the mechanics there to have a great experience, what I noticed is if I have all the parts there, if I have lobbies where I can actually relax and have a good time, where it's not constantly a sweat fest, it becomes an enjoyable experience. And I know this also can apply to basically any other game out there where there's not skill-based matchmaking involved. But man, I want to like Modern Warfare so bad. Like in the beginning, when this game first came out, I really wanted this game to succeed. I really did. Even though I have not really been a fan of the Modern Warfare series as much as I have been of the Black Ops series, I thought at first made the skill-based matchmaking so thick is that it was an enjoyable experience because I was able to actually do well. I mean, in my very first, I think if I go back to my very first game, not my very first game, maybe first couple of games where I was playing, okay, a little passive and whatnot. I actually went flawless though. I did not expect me to do that, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, that doesn't happen often in a game like this where everybody is trying to play the camping game, because that's just the mechanics of this game. Honestly, this is what this game entails for us to do to be able to succeed, which is unfortunate, but obviously this is that part of adapting that you have to incorporate when it comes to Modern Warfare, right? That word adapting was never really something that we heard, a term that we never really heard so much in Call of Duty until Modern Warfare. I mean, obviously there were other games out there that were campy, of course, like Call of Duty Ghosts, and there are various other titles that maybe promote camping more than others, but to me, I think that Modern Warfare has taken it to another level. Look, I can tolerate some of the crazy things that they did with this game, with them not implementing the normal red dot minimap, taking dead silence out of the perk slot or category and putting it into the field upgrades. I mean, there's a lot of things, the loud footsteps, that I can sort of tolerate, you know, up to a point. But the main thing was that skill-based matchmaking, because when you're having a great time, if you're facing off against a lobby, again, I've said this so many times before, it's not that I want a noob lobby every single time, it's just that I don't want a constant sweat fest every single game, you know, because it's just something that gets old and tired very quick. And I believe that if we had that mix, it would make it a much more enjoyable experience. And by the way, you guys have probably been noticing that I've been using this fire shotgun, the Shoddy 2 Hottie class, and honestly, it is a lot of fun to use. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Is it toxic? Absolutely. Is it rage-inducing? For the person who's on the receiving end of it, absolutely. But that's also part of the fun. I mean, honestly, when you play a game like Modern Warfare, some will even argue that Black Ops 4 was pretty troll as well, because there are a lot of things in there that are super cheesy. But if you get a game like this where you get frustrated by having to use regular weapons, and sometimes even regular weapons aren't even enough, you have to pull out your troll side, your toxic side. And that's honestly the best way to play this game in order for you to have some fun. Even if it might not be the quote-unquote right way to do things. I mean, it's a certain play style that people might not like. People might get very butthurt over. But you know what? If you're having fun doing it and you're actually getting a reaction out of people and they're actually raging, it's kind of funny, and it does add to that fun factor, which is really hardly seen in Modern Warfare. The only time you're having somewhat of a fun factor in Modern Warfare is obviously if you have a lobby where you can actually do well, where people are actually moving, right? But that doesn't happen very often in this game. So, you know, you gotta take what you can get. And honestly, if that even means you just have a little bit of fun by doing something that will either get a reaction out of people, or you will actually do really well by doing something a little shady, a little suspect, you know, not your typical Call of Duty player type of tactic, then you know what? I say go for it, because what other option do we have besides playing another game? Totally, right? But if you want to play Modern Warfare, if you want to have fun, then do some of the things that actually make it fun. And for me right now, currently, that is using the fire shotgun, the Dragon Breath rounds. Obviously a lot of fun to use. If you guys have not tried that out, I highly recommend you try it, because I believe that you guys will have fun using it. And it's especially funny when they get blown back by it with the force and get caught on fire. But honestly, try it out for your guys' self and let me know what you guys think about it. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought about the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload. And really quickly, by the way, I do stream on Twitch. For those of you guys who do enjoy watching live streams, follow me. The link will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is GCP, signing off. Oh my god. No! Oh no! Jesus. Oh, dang it, I was 23-0. But I shouldn't have pushed that. Ooh, that was insane. Oh. crazy. Ah! One more kill. Dang. 30.
31.
Jesus. This kid got destroyed.
One shot.
Oh,